Kiddos, this week we are looking at frequency tables, histograms, and central tendency. So as always with graphing, I highly suggest that if the numbers aren't labeled for you, you go ahead and label them. So for grape, we have a bundle of 5. Cherry, we have 5, 10, 12, 5, 6, 7, and we have 10. Does not take long. So the first question, and I will label these on the page in just a moment, but we'll answer them looking at the graph first. List the frequency of snow cone order solved. Well, we just did that. Grape was 5, cherry is 12, melon is 7, and 10 are swirl. Which one sold the least amount is going to be the grape. Which one sold the most amount is going to be cherry. What is the mean? So if I add together, remember mean means average. So if I add 5 plus 12 plus 7 plus 10, I'm going to get 34 in total, and then I have to divide that by the number sold. So if I divide that by the number sold or the options, I'm going to get 6.8. 6.8 for the average. What is the range of snow cones sold? 10 minus 5 is going to be our range because 12 minus 5 is going to be our range, which is 7. And then the median, if I put them in order from smallest to biggest, we're going to have 2 in the middle, which is 7 and 10. If we add those together and cut them in half, 17 cut in half is going to be 8.5. Okay, 8.5. So coming down here, we said the frequency, I have those labeled. Least is grape, most is cherry. The mean sold is 6.8, so our average. What is the range? It is 7. And what is the median? It was 8.5. Questions on this? Bring them to class. All right, let's looking at graph number 2. Again, we're going to start off with labeling how many we have. So I have a bundle of 5. I have 11. I have 9, 5, 10, 15, and 16. And that is our first question. So what is the frequency of each? We have 5, 11, 9, and 16. Which t-shirt is there the least of? It's the extra small. Which one is there most of? It's the large. What is the mean of the t-shirt sizes? So if we add these up and we average them, so we have 5 plus 11 plus 9 plus 16. It's going to give you a total of 41. There's 4 sizes. So it's going to give you a mean of 10.25. What is the range of t-shirt sizes? Well, 16 minus 5 gives you 11. And what is the median or the middle? So if I put them in order from size, I have 5, 9, 11, and 16. So these two would be averaged. Add them together is 20, cut in half is 10. So putting those on the page for you. We talked about the frequency. The least was the extra small. The most is the large. The mean is 10.25. The range was 11 and the median was 10. Questions, as always, go ahead and bring them to class. All right, so for this one, I asked you to make a frequency table. So to make your table, draw a box. And it's going to start with having the sizes. So 0 to 4, 5 to 9, 10 to 14, 15 to 19, 20 to 24, and 25 to 29. Then we need to go in total. So this is 3, 4, 5, 7, 5, and 3. And then fill them in. So we had 3, 4, 5, 7, 5, 3. And that gives your frequency table. What is the range? The biggest is 7. The smallest is 3. 7 minus 3 is 4. What is the mode or most often would be 3 and 5. We have 2 of each. What is the median? If we put them in order, we have 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 7. So looking for the middle, 4 plus 5 is 9. Half of that is 4.5. What is the average? So the average or the mean, 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 and 7 is 14. Plus 10 is 24. Plus 3 is 27. We're dividing that by the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 categories that we had. And when we do our 27 divided by the 6 categories, we have 4.5 for our mean. And what is the interquartile range? So if we're looking for the interquartile range, we are going to have 2. Oh my goodness, I need to stop closing that. All right, so coming down here, we did the frequency table on the first page. Range is 4, modes were 3 and 5, median was 4.5, mean was also 4.5, and the interquartile range is 2. All right, loves, on to graph number 4. Graph number 4, we have a bunch. We're going to go in and total them first. So this is a 5, 10, a 10, a 5, 15, 25, 40, 55, 65, and 45. So once we label them, it just makes it so much easier for us. So the first thing we need to do is find the mean. So to find that, we have to add up all of our pieces. So we have a 5, 20, just grouping 20, a 25, a 40, 55, 65, and 45. So it totals up to 275. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 options. So when we divide that, it's going to give us 27.5. What is the range? Our highest is 65. Our lowest is 5, so a range of 60. What is the mode or the most often? We have 2 10s and 2 5s, so they're going to be our mode. What is the median if we put them in order? So we have a 5, 10, 10, 15, 25, 40. Make sure I'm not missing any. 55, 65, and then put our 45 there. Okay, so if we're looking for the median, start counting off 1 on each side until we meet the middle. We have 15 and 25. If we add those together and cut that in half, it's going to give us 20 for our median. Upper quartile range. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we are looking for upper quartile range, we're doing half of the halves. So if we cut this here as our half, we have 1, 2, that would be our first quartile. This would be our second quartile. So the upper quartile range is going to be 45 and 55 together, which would be 50. And the lower quartile range is going to be 7.5. 7.5. So filling in our pieces, we said the mean was 25. We said the range was 60. We said our mode was 5 and 10. We said our median, our middle was 20. Our upper quartile was 50 and our lower quartile was 7.5. So 50 and 7.5. Questions on these? Bring them to class. All right, last page is looking at the mean, median, mode, and range. So first thing we want to do is go ahead and put these in order. So we have 34, 40, 2 41s, 53, 63, 65. So easiest one is mode or most often. We have a 41. What is the range? 65 minus 34 is going to be our range, which gives us 31. What is the median or middle? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. So the middle is going to be 41. And then for the mean, if we add up 34, 40, 2 41s, 53, 63, and 65, we get a total of 337 divided by 7, gives us a mean of 48 when rounded. There is going to be some decimal to it. All right, down here again, start with order 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 8, and 10. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers. Our range, 10 minus 2 is 8. Most often is 8. Median, we're going to count in 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So 5 and 6 is 5.5. And then our mean, if we add them all together, we have 2 and 3 is 5, plus 9, plus 14, plus 18 gives us a total of 46. Divided by 8 gives us 5.75. Coming down here for the last one, again, in number order, 114, 129, 135, 142, and 158. Range is 158, take away 114, which gives us a range of 44. Most often, none of them repeat. We have 5 numbers, so our middle is 135. And if we add up 114, 129, 135, 142, and 158, and we divide that by 5, it gives us 135.6. Any questions? Bring them with you to class. Otherwise, have a great weekend, Mathletes.